Talk about those risks involved from this system this weekend. Here at home, wind gusts are our #1 concern. During the day Saturday, especially during the main line Saturday night, and then it'll still be windy on Sunday. An isolated tornado can't be ruled out, but the greater risk for tornadoes is to our southwest. So notice that's spread out throughout Louisiana to Mississippi and Alabama. So it's basically kicking up storms into the southern part of East Tennessee, and that's why an isolated tornado can't be ruled out. But more likely to have multiple strong to severe storms in this enhanced risk, isolated severe storms north and east. But again, this is also a big swath of rain. So keep in mind localized flooding would be a concern with 1 to 2 inches of rain for most, but some 3-inch rainfall potential, especially along the plateau and Southern Valley.
Heather, thanks. 6:50. This is your morning in 8 minutes, and it is a big year for one of our most popular areas and attractions. Dollywood is celebrating its 40th anniversary season.
Our Aaron Rodgers live at Dollywood. Aaron, how's it been going? What can we expect for opening day?
Yeah, it's super exciting. Pass holders coming in today for the big opening 40th season. Super exciting. We're here all morning long showing you different things throughout the park and some of their new additions that they've got going. Stick with us and we'll show you what they're adding to the park.
Excited for that, Aaron. Thank you very much.
All right, all that's coming up on the CW. Well, meanwhile, cuts are showing themselves once again in East Tennessee, this time when it comes to the food at schools and food banks. 2
programs from the Department of Agriculture are being cut. The cut funding was specifically for schools and food banks to use to buy from local farms, sometimes the local fresh-grown food can cost a little more. It's a concern farmers now have when supplying goods to school districts. The Department of Education says they'll provide food for kids at school. No word yet if Knox County and others plan to change where they get their food moving forward. And a renewed push to solve a more than 6-year-old homicide case in Blount County.
Cheyenne Shropshire was reported missing by her family in 2018, but it turned into a homicide investigation a year and a half later. Now the sheriff's office is asking for you to step forward if you have any information. They're offering a reward for answers. We spoke with her family, who tells us they just want closure in this. If you know anything, we've got the number for you to call right now inside your WVLT News app. And a new type of scam everyone should be on the lookout for. Scammers have found a way to steal credit card information off the tap-to-pay system.
KCSO recently arrested 11 people for this new type of card stealing process. They say they're the first agency in the country to make a major arrest on this type of scam. The suspects allegedly stole $20,000 from people who used the tap-to-pay method. Businesses in the area say they'll be paying close attention to card readers. The Better Business Bureau says new scams are always coming out. If a payment request or a link or someone just walks up on the street and says, hey, you can tap to pay to donate, be very cautious. Don't trust it. Another setback for 2 astronauts looking to come home after 9 months in space.
The launch canceled less than an hour before takeoff Wednesday night, and now NASA says they are going to give it another shot later today. The crew is supposed to bring Barry Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams back to Earth. They've been up in space for 9 months now. Wilmore is a Tennessee native, but he lives in Texas with his family. His daughter told us she is hoping her dad can make it to her high school graduation in May. More than 60,000 bottles of sparkling water have been recalled.
There is a risk that the Gerolsteiner water could crack and potentially cut you. The bottles are in glass. You can get them at Trader Joe's in 12 states as well from December 2024 through January of this year, including Tennessee. You can take the bottles back to the store where you got them if you want a refund.
Meanwhile, travel is ramping up for spring break.
Airports say they expect this to be the busiest travel period. The TSA expects a 5% jump in flyers over last year, with United Airlines saying spring break this year will be a record breaker, flying over 24 million people by the end of April. Top destinations include Orlando, Los Angeles, Hawaii, the Great Smoky Mountains. AAA says domestic flight prices up 7% from last year. Hotel stays will cost you about 8% more.
And just a reminder, if you're headed to McGee-Tyson Airport soon, a new traffic pattern is in place to help keep up with demand. To keep traffic off of Alcoa Highway from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. Thursday through Monday, the main entrance will be closed with traffic directed to the Hunt Road exit. Also, the airport has moved the parking garage entrance, so you want to be on the lookout for signs directing you where to go. WVLT is proud to be your official station out of the Vols. The SEC tournament keeps on rolling today in the Music City. Yesterday's games were absolutely wild, with Texas taking down Texas A&M in double overtime. That means the Vols will play Texas around 3:30 this afternoon. The tournament goes until Sunday.
It is 6:54. Let's send things over to Olivia Calfee. She's got your first alert traffic.
Yeah, let's start this with Go Vols. I'm excited about that game today. But as far as your first alert traffic goes, I-40 at Walker Springs, traffic moving along there. Certainly good news if you're headed out the door. Here's another look, one of those morning commute hotspots live at Hall of Fame Drive, east and westbound lanes looking great at the moment. And another look, I-640 at Western Avenue. Same story there, east and westbound lanes still moving. Here's a look at the Knoxville area traffic. You see the green. Whenever you see that, that means that we are up to speed. So if you're headed out the door, that's good.
5 minutes to 7 and kicking off your Friday here quiet and calm, but again, a lot of change ahead. For now, it's all clear too. We'll see a few passing clouds at times today. We had a few early in the night. That's why we still have a few spots that are slightly warmer, like 50 Wartburg and Greenville. Meanwhile, it's 48 Knoxville, been hanging out in the upper 40s. 41 La Follette to 40 Middlesboro. You actually came up from upper 30s, so we'll call that a win. Either way, I think today's still a good day. Just know that those winds will be picking up this afternoon to evening. Gusts back to 20 miles per hour today. Turning up that heating. So a mix of sun and clouds could create more of a stray pop-up shower. That'll take us from 47 at 8 to 67 at noon. 60 is the average high for this time of year. All right, so we're going to crank out 20 degrees above average at 79 degrees with that mostly sunny to partly cloudy view. Again, that's because of the warm breeze out ahead of the cold front's winds. That's why the winds keep increasing tomorrow during the day when we have scattered downpours and storms and 40-mile-per-hour gusts. That could bring down some limbs, but if those gusts get up closer to 60 miles per hour, that would make it a severe thunderstorm Saturday night. Again, that's what we're monitoring for you with our first alert weather day. Still breezy conditions left over on Sunday, and you can see that difference there with scattered rain as the cooler air starts to move in. I think it'll be most notable in those mornings on Monday and Tuesday in the 30s. We try to hop back up before another front heads our way, so spring showers with the official start of spring there on Thursday too. A lot we're tracking for you at 7.
That's correct, Heather. Thank you very much. So that'll do it for us here on WVLT News. We'll see you over on the CW Knoxville. More from Dollywood's opening day. See you there.